Ecuador, this is the country of the four worlds. In the heart of South America, right on the equator that gives its name to the nation, lies a country whose modest size hides a breadth of natural, cultural, and social wonders that astound those who discover it. Ecuador, with its extension of just over 256,000 square kilometers, is a vibrant tapestry of contrasting landscapes and a rich cultural heritage that unfolds in every corner, offering an experience that is as diverse as its own territory. From the majesty of the Andes that cut the country in two, to the lush Amazon that harbors unparalleled biodiversity, to a coastline that stretches along the Pacific Ocean and a volcanic archipelago that seems a world apart, Ecuador is a microcosm of natural beauty and cultural richness. This nation, small in size but gigantic in its diversity, stands as a remarkable example of how a region can bring together a mosaic of ecosystems, cultures, and traditions that intertwine to form a unique identity. Ecuador is often described as the country of four worlds, a label that reflects its four distinct geographic regions, each with its own character and charm. The Ecuadorian coast, with its tropical climate and golden sandy beaches, offers a fascinating contrast to the highlands, where the Andes rise into towering peaks and green valleys embrace historic cities such as Quito and Cuenca. In the east, the Amazon region unfolds into a vast expanse of rainforest, home to one of the highest concentrations of biodiversity on the planet. And in the Pacific Ocean, the Galapagos Islands emerge as a natural laboratory that has captured the imagination of scientists and travelers alike. Beyond its impressive geography, Ecuador is a melting pot of cultures and traditions. Ecuador's population is a reflection of a rich history of indigenous, colonial, and African influences. The 14 indigenous nationalities, each with its own unique language and customs, add significant cultural depth. Festivities, such as the Fiesta de la Mama Negra and Inti Raymi, celebrate ancestral heritage while intertwining with modern practices. The vibrant cultural life is also manifested in music, dance, literature, and the arts, where the ancient meets the contemporary in an ongoing celebration of identity and creativity. Ecuador is not only a country of natural beauty and cultural richness, but also a place of curiosities and surprising wonders. From Mount Chimborazo, the closest point to space due to the shape of the Earth, to the middle of the world monument that marks the equatorial line, the country is full of unique features that appeal to scientists and the curious alike. The biodiversity of the Galapagos Islands, the legacy of Panama hats, and fine aromatic cacao are just a few of the curiosities that make Ecuador a fascinating destination. Facing challenges such as environmental preservation and sustainable development, Ecuador strives to balance its rich heritage with the demands of the 21st century. Protecting its unique ecosystems and promoting responsible tourism are key priorities, while the country continues to innovate in areas such as renewable energy and conservation. In the northwestern region of South America, where the sky meets the earth in an eternal play of colors and climates, lies a country that is a true jewel of biodiversity, culture, and geography, Ecuador. This small but immense corner of the world is characterized by its extraordinary diversity, to such an extent that it is known as the country of the four worlds. To understand the richness of Ecuador, it is necessary to delve into its many dimensions, from its varied landscapes to its rich cultural traditions and unique biodiversity. Ecuador, with an area of just over 256,000 square kilometers, is not only one of the smallest countries in South America, but also one of the most varied in terms of geography. Its name comes from the equatorial line that crosses its territory, dividing the country into two hemispheres and providing unparalleled climatic diversity. This geographic diversity is manifested in four clearly differentiated regions. Ecuador's coastal region stretches along 2,200 kilometers of Pacific coastline. Here, golden sandy beaches, tropical resorts, and vibrant port cities such as Guayaquil are testimony to a vibrant and dynamic lifestyle. The Ecuadorian coast is also known for its cocoa plantations, which produce some of the finest chocolates in the world. The tropical climate and warm waters create an ideal environment for lush flora and fauna. In addition, the coastal region is home to the famous Galapagos Islands National Park, a volcanic archipelago that has captured the imagination of scientists and tourists alike. These islands, a true natural laboratory, offer a unique ecosystem that has been central to Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. Giant tortoises, marine iguanas, and a multitude of endemic birds make the Galapagos a must-see destination for nature lovers. In the heart of Ecuador lies the Sierra, a mountain range that forms part of the Andes. This mountainous territory, with its snow-capped peaks and green valleys, offers a panorama of incomparable beauty. The cities of Quito and Cuenca, located in this region, are the cultural epicenter of the country. Quito, the capital, is nestled in a valley surrounded by mountains, and its well-preserved old town is a World Heritage Site, known for its colonial architecture and cobblestone streets. The Andean Altiplano, or Paramo, is another distinctive feature of the Sierra. Here, the climate is cooler and drier, creating a unique habitat for a variety of plants and animals adapted to high altitudes. The imposing mountains, such as Cotopaxi and Chimborazo, not only provide impressive natural spectacles, but also offer opportunities for mountaineering and hiking. The Orient, or Amazon region, occupies the eastern part of Ecuador and is a vast sea of rainforests, rushing rivers, and unparalleled biodiversity. This region is home to an infinite number of animal and plant species, many of which have yet to be discovered. The Ecuadorian Amazon is essential to the global ecological balance and plays a crucial role in regulating the world's climate. Indigenous communities, such as the Shure and Kichwa, live in harmony with this lush environment and maintain ancestral traditions that have been passed down from generation to generation. The cultural richness of these communities is as profound as the biodiversity of the region, and their knowledge of the flora and fauna is invaluable for the preservation of the rainforest. Beyond the coastline, insular Ecuador, represented mainly by the Galapagos Islands, deserves special mention. These islands, some 1,000 kilometers off the Ecuadorian coast, are a microcosm of wildlife and geology. From volcanic formations to marine ecosystems, the Galapagos are a testament to the creative force of nature. Ecuador's diversity is not limited to its geography, it is also reflected in its rich cultural heritage. The country's history is an amalgam of indigenous, Spanish, and African influences, creating a vibrant mix that manifests itself in its festivals, foods, and traditions. Ecuadorian festivals are an explosion of joy and color. From the Mama Negra Festival in Latacunga, which celebrates mestizo culture with a mix of indigenous and colonial traditions, to the Carnival of Guaranda, known for its energetic music and extravagant parades, there is a celebration for every taste and every time of year. Inti Raymi, the Festival of the Sun, is one of the most important events in the highlands. This ancient Inca festival is celebrated in honor of the sun god and represents a fusion of ancestral practices with contemporary devotion. Traditional music, folkloric dances, and ceremonial rituals make this celebration an unforgettable experience. Ecuadorian cuisine is as varied as its landscape. On the coast, dishes are influenced by the sea, especially ceviche, a refreshing mixture of seafood, onion, cilantro, and lime juice. The Sierra offers dishes such as locro de papa, a thick soup based on potatoes and cheese, and hornado, a pork roasted slowly until it reaches a tender and tasty texture. In the Amazon region, yucca and fish are staples of the diet, while traditional drinks such as chicha de yucca are an integral part of meals. The mix of flavors and culinary techniques of each region creates a mosaic of gastronomic experiences that reflect the country's diversity. Ecuadorian handicrafts, including textiles, ceramics, and wood carvings, are a testament to the creativity and ingenuity of the people. Panama hats, despite their misleading name, are a famous Ecuadorian export, renowned for their quality and meticulous design. Andean textiles, such as ponchos and blankets, often tell stories and symbolism that have been part of indigenous culture for centuries. Music also plays a crucial role in Ecuadorian life. From the marimba of the coast to the wind bands of the Andes, each region has its own musical traditions that are celebrated in concerts, festivals, and community gatherings. Despite its beauty and diversity, Ecuador faces significant challenges in terms of conservation. Deforestation in the Amazon, climate change, and mining are issues that threaten the delicate balance of its ecosystems. The Ecuadorian community, together with international organizations, is working hard to protect its natural resources and promote sustainable practices. The Ecuadorian government has implemented various policies to preserve its natural heritage, such as the creation of protected areas and the promotion of ecotourism. Education and public awareness also play a key role in protecting the environment and promoting greener development. Ecuador is a country that, despite its size, offers a universe of experiences and a kaleidoscope of cultures. Its varied landscape, rich cultural heritage, and unparalleled biodiversity make it a unique and fascinating destination. As it looks to the future, Ecuador faces both challenges and opportunities, but its ability to adapt and its commitment to conservation suggest that the country will continue to be a place of wonder and awe. This is Ecuador, a country where the earth meets the sky, where every corner offers a new wonder, and where every story reveals the depth of its cultural and natural richness. In this country of four worlds, the journey is as varied as the destination, and the experience is always as surprising as it is enriching. Let's delve even deeper into Ecuador's cultural richness. This country not only stands out for its geographic and natural diversity, but also for the depth and breadth of its cultural heritage. Here is a more detailed overview of its cultural life. Ecuador is a melting pot of cultures, where a large number of ethnic and linguistic groups coexist. The population is composed mainly of mestizos, but also includes a rich mix of indigenous groups, Afro-Ecuadorians, and communities of European descent. Ecuador is home to 14 recognized indigenous nationalities, each with its own language, customs, and worldview. Among these, the Quichua, or Quechua, are one of the most prominent groups in the Sierra, while the Shuar and Achuar are better known in the Amazon. These indigenous communities have preserved their ancestral languages and traditions, often fusing them with modern influences to keep their cultural identity alive. Indigenous festivities, such as Inti Raymi, Yammer, and the Shuar Carnival, are vibrant celebrations that reflect these communities' deep connection to nature and their ancestral beliefs. The use of traditional costumes, ritual dances, and ceremonies of thanksgiving to Pachamama, Mother Earth, are essential elements of these celebrations. The Afro-Ecuadorian population, descendants of African slaves brought during colonial times, has brought a rich cultural heritage to the country. In the coastal region, especially in provinces such as Esmeraldas and Chota, Afro-Ecuadorian cultural manifestations can be found in music, dance, and gastronomy. The rhythms of the marimba, a percussion instrument typical of the region, are central to Afro-Ecuadorian music. The Marimba Festival in Esmeraldas is one of the most important events celebrating this rich musical tradition. In addition, Afro-Ecuadorian food, with dishes such as shrimp encocado and rice with fish, is a reflection of the African influence on local cuisine. Ecuador has a literary and artistic tradition that has flourished over the centuries, with a rich heritage that spans from colonial times to contemporary times. Ecuadorian literature is a reflection of its cultural and geographic diversity. Writers such as Eugenio Espejo, a precursor of independence in literature in the country, and Juan José Flores, who wrote about national identity, are emblematic figures of Ecuadorian literature. In the 20th century, authors such as Jorge Icaza and his work Huasapungo explored the social and economic realities of the country, while in contemporary literature, authors such as Maria Fernanda Heredia and Leonardo Valencia continue to enrich the literary panorama with new perspectives. Ecuadorian art is also a mixture of indigenous, colonial, and modern influences. The Escuela Quiteña, a 17th-century artistic movement, is known for its impressive work in religious painting and sculpture. Today, artists such as Oswaldo Guayasamín, famous for his powerful expressionist works, and Eduardo Kingman, known for his portraits of rural life, have gained international recognition. In addition, contemporary art in Ecuador is vibrant and diverse, with a growing scene of galleries, museums, and emerging artists exploring a variety of media and styles. Music and dance are fundamental components of Ecuadorian cultural life, reflecting the richness and diversity of the country's traditions. Each region of Ecuador has its own traditional music. In the Sierra, Andean music includes instruments such as the zampona, charango, and quena. Andean folk music is often accompanied by dances such as the San Juanito, which is a lively and joyful dance that celebrates local festivities. On the coast, Afro-Ecuadorian music, influenced by African rhythms, is expressed through marimba, drums, and dance. The pasillo, a melancholic musical genre that combines Spanish and indigenous influences, is another important element in Ecuadorian music. Ecuadorian dance is as varied as its music. The Diablada dance, performed during Carnival in the town of Pilaro, is known for its colorful costumes and energetic rhythm. In the coastal region, the Bamba dance is a traditional form that reflects the African influence in the country. In addition, the caporal dance, with its vigorous movements and flamboyant costumes, is one of the most representative dances of the Sierra. Ecuadorian handicrafts are a reflection of the country's cultural richness, with traditional techniques that have been passed down from generation to generation. Ecuadorian textiles are famous for their vibrant colors and patterns. Panama hats, despite their name, are a well-known Ecuadorian export. These hats are made from the leaves of a plant called tequila and represent a tradition of skill and patience in their making. Wool fabrics, such as ponchos and blankets, are emblematic of the Andean region. These products not only have an aesthetic value, but also a functional value, as they provide shelter in the cold altitudes of the Andes. Wooden handicrafts, including carvings and sculptures, are common in the coastal and Amazonian regions. Hand-carved figures, such as traditional masks and ornaments, are appreciated both locally and on the international market. Ceramics, especially those from the Otavalo region, are another popular art form. Ceramic products, ranging from plates and cups to decorative figures, are made using traditional techniques that have been perfected over the centuries. Ecuadorian food is a journey through its landscapes and cultures. Each region brings unique flavors and culinary techniques that reflect its history and environment. In the coastal region, ceviche is one of the most popular dishes. This mixture of fresh seafood marinated in lime juice with onion, cilantro, and other ingredients is a refreshing and tasty delicacy. Encebollado, a fish-based soup, and balón de verde, a green plantain ball stuffed with meat, are also characteristic dishes of the region. In the Sierra, gastronomy includes hearty dishes such as locro de papa, a thick potato and cheese soup, and cuy asado, a traditional dish served on special occasions. Hornado, a pig roasted to perfection, is another favorite at celebrations. Ecuador's traditional drinks are also diverse. Chicha de jora, a fermented beverage made from corn, is an ancestral drink that is still consumed at festivities and community gatherings. In the Amazon, masado, a fermented drink made from yucca, is common among indigenous communities. In the 21st century, Ecuador continues to evolve while maintaining its rich cultural heritage. Globalization has brought new influences and blended tradition with modernity in aspects such as fashion, music, and art. Cities such as Quito and Guayaquil have become centers of creativity and modernity, with vibrant urban life that contrasts with the quieter pace of rural areas. Ecuadorian art and culture today reflect an amalgam of old and new, with a growing appreciation for cultural diversity and innovation. This country, known for its geographic and cultural diversity, also has a number of unique and surprising aspects that set it apart worldwide. Here I present to you some of the most outstanding curiosities. 1. The closest point to space. One of the most surprising facts about Ecuador is that, due to its location on the Earth's equator, the closest point to space on Earth is on Mount Chimborazo. Although Everest is the highest peak above sea level, Chimborazo, at 6,268 meters above sea level, is closer to space due to the Earth's spherical shape and equatorial bulge. Thus, if you are at the top of Chimborazo, you are at the greatest distance from the center of the Earth. 2. The middle of the world. Ecuador is famous for its unique geographical location on the equator. At the La Mitad del Mundo monument near Quito, you can pose for photos on the line that puts 1 foot in the northern hemisphere and 1 foot in the southern hemisphere. This monument, although symbolic, is a popular landmark and tourist attraction. In reality, the equator is slightly offset from the monument due to measurement technology and changes in geography, but the experience is still exciting for visitors. 3. The Galapagos Archipelago. The Galapagos Islands are not only famous for their biodiversity, but also for their crucial role in Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. The islands were a pivotal place for the development of the theory of evolution by natural selection. The unique fauna of the Galapagos, such as giant tortoises and Darwin's finches, provide evidence of how species can adapt to different environments. 4. Linguistic diversity. In addition to Spanish, which is the official language, Ecuador has 14 recognized indigenous languages. Among them, Quechua, or Quechua, is one of the most widely spoken indigenous languages. In the Amazon region, languages such as Shure and Kofan are also of great cultural importance. This linguistic diversity reflects the richness of the country's cultural heritage and the coexistence of diverse communities. 5. Cacao de Arriba. Ecuador is one of the largest producers of fine aroma cocoa in the world, known as cacao Arriba. This cocoa is highly valued for its quality and distinctive flavor, and is used in the manufacture of gourmet chocolates. The Esmeraldas region is particularly famous for the production of this cocoa, which has won international recognition in chocolate competitions. 6. The richness of flora and fauna in a small space. Despite its relatively small size, Ecuador is home to an extraordinary biodiversity. The country has more than 1,600 bird species, representing about 16% of the world's known species. In addition, Ecuador has more than 20,000 species of plants and more than 350 types of mammals. The diversity is distributed among its coastal, Andean, Amazonian, and insular regions. 7. The colonial city of Quito. Quito, the capital of Ecuador, has one of the best preserved old towns in Latin America and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its cobblestone streets, Baroque churches, and colonial buildings reflect a rich history dating back to the time of Spanish colonization. The city has maintained a balance between modern growth and the preservation of its cultural heritage. 8. The Solecito and Montañita Beach. In Montañita, a famous Ecuadorian beach known for its nightlife and relaxed atmosphere, there is a peculiar event called Solecito. During this event, people gather to enjoy music and sunshine in a celebration that reflects the free and joyful spirit of the local community. The event is also known for its focus on sustainability and respect for the environment. 9. Climate diversity in a single country. Ecuador is one of the few countries in the world that experiences all major climates in a relatively small area. From the hot and humid tropical climates of the Amazon region to the temperate climate of the Andes and the dry climates of the coast, the country offers a range of climatic experiences from the tropical rainforest to the cold and dry highlands. 10. The Mama Negra Festival. One of Ecuador's most colorful and unique festivities is the Fiesta de la Mama Negra, held in the city of Latacunga. This celebration mixes elements of indigenous culture, the Catholic religion, and Afro-Ecuadorian traditions. The festival includes parades, dances, and music, and is famous for its vibrant costumes and festive energy. 11. National parks and nature reserves. Ecuador has an extensive network of national parks and nature reserves that protect its biodiversity. Among them, Yasuni National Park in the Amazon is one of the most important and diverse. This park is home to a large number of endangered species and is fundamental for scientific research and conservation. 12. The Salcedo ice cream culture. In the small town of Salcedo, in the Sierra, a special type of ice cream known as Salcedo ice cream is produced. This ice cream is famous for its unique flavor, which is obtained from local fruits and traditional ingredients. The preparation and consumption of this ice cream is a cultural tradition that attracts many visitors. 13. The Wind Energy Project in the Cajas region. Ecuador is developing innovative renewable energy projects, such as the Wind Energy Project in the Cajas region, near Cuenca. This project is intended to take advantage of the constant winds in the region to generate electricity, demonstrating the country's commitment to sustainability and the use of clean energy sources. 14. The Ecuador of the High Andes. Ecuador is located at the crossroads of the high Andes, and a curiosity is that the Andes region has a number of unique lakes and moors. Lake Quicocha, for example, is a crater lake that was formed by a volcanic eruption thousands of years ago and offers spectacular scenery and opportunities for hiking around its crystal-clear waters. 15. Innovative gastronomy in Quito and Guayaquil restaurants. In Ecuador's major cities, such as Quito and Guayaquil, traditional gastronomy is constantly evolving with the influence of innovative chefs who combine local ingredients with modern culinary techniques. Restaurants such as Azul in Quito and La Pata de la Rata in Guayaquil are leading the culinary revolution in the country, offering gastronomic experiences that fuse the best of tradition and modernity. These curiosities reveal the fascinating diversity and uniqueness of Ecuador, showcasing a country that is rich in history, culture, and nature, and continues to surprise those who visit. Ecuador is a country of fascinating contrasts and a cultural and natural richness that leaves a lasting impression. From the towering peaks of the Andes to the lush Amazon rainforest, every corner of this vibrant country offers a unique and enriching experience. In exploring the history, culture, and natural wonders of Ecuador, we have barely scratched the surface of what this wonderful destination has to offer. If you have been intrigued by the journey through Ecuador and wish to continue discovering more about the hidden treasures and fascinating stories from around the world, we invite you to subscribe to the Evolving World channel. Join our community to receive exclusive content, exciting updates, and a continuous immersion in the evolution of our planet, exploring the wonders it has to offer. In addition, for those seeking inspiration, knowledge, and strategies to achieve personal and professional success, we encourage you to visit our website selfmatamillionaires.online. There you will find valuable resources, insightful articles, and tools designed to enhance your growth and development. Don't miss the opportunity to continue exploring, learning, and growing with us. The adventure is just beginning and the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered.